Liverpool aren't legitimately linked with players very often. That's largely because their recruitment has been near flawless over the 5 years Jurgen Klopp has been in charge of the club. The Reds have signed hit after hit, while also integrating youngsters from the academy into the first team. The end result is a squad that is relatively complete, meaning additions aren't overly required. Remember, since the start of the 2018-19 season, Klopp has added only one significant outfield signing, Takumi Minamino, who cost just £7.25 million. However, it is a situation that could change in the coming weeks. Liverpool want to sign Norwich City left-back Jamal Lewis. The player wants to join Liverpool, and now it all depends whether the two clubs can agree a fee. Liverpool would prefer to pay closer to £10 million. Norwich would prefer to receive a fee closer to £20 million, so we will have to see how this one plays out. However, delving into what Lewis offers, it's fairly clear to see why Liverpool are interested. In terms of the basics, the Northern Ireland international is just 22 years old. He's homegrown and he's only suffered from just one injury of note since becoming a first-team regular at Carrow Road. With youth on his side, Lewis has the foundations to become quite a talent at Anfield, while immediately addressing a squad void for Klopp. Andy Robertson is the only natural senior left-back that the Liverpool boss has at his disposal, and the Scotland international is also the only left-footed defender who is contracted to the club. When Robertson is absent, James Milner tends to take his place. Although the veteran midfielder contributes, he doesn't offer close to the same threat. Milner is right-footed, so when he's presented with the ball on the left, he's more inclined to cut inside and pass inwards than a left-footed player, who may be more comfortable passing forward. Lewis's passing sonar is pictured on the screen now. If he was to cover for Robinson instead of Milner, the difference wouldn't be quite as stark. Lewis is the same height as Robertson, and he's quick and athletic. He's also used to operating as an offensive weapon for his team, with Norwich manager Daniel Farke typically fielding a defensive midfield that is reliant on the fullbacks to support attacks. Sound familiar? Lewis's general numbers beneath the surface don't show up as that impressive, but they are likely to be a product of Norwich's performances as a team. The Canaries finished bottom of the Premier League this season with just 21 points and scored at least 5 fewer goals than any other side. As a consequence, Lewis failed to shine, but similar to Robertson before he moved to Merseyside from Hull City, Liverpool will believe that Lewis's game is scalable. He is an avid carrier of the ball. As you can see on the screen, from a sample of 40 fullbacks who have amassed more than 1,500 minutes in the Premier League this season, Lewis places 5th for dribbles completed per 90 and 3rd for progressive carries per 90. Liverpool's scouting department will have interpreted his skills as translatable when it comes to being deployed by a dominant attacking team. Lewis ticks plenty of boxes, but requires a better platform to showcase what he can do. And if Liverpool manage to land his services for £10 million, then it will be yet another example of their expertise in the transfer market.